Scared to death? Watch this. We're living in an unprecedented crisis right now. No one knows how long it'll last, but we all know that it will pass like all things. During this very, very trying time, it's easy to wallow in sadness, anger, fear, and panic. But during this time, it's perhaps comforting to know that we can all do things to change our mindset and how we spend our time. There are 3 things I encourage you to do during this time. The first thing is acceptance. Accept that, what if, worst case scenario, you did die? Now, that might scare you and terrify you, but frankly, we all will die. If you've ever seen Steve Jobs' Epiphanous commencement speech at Stanford University that he gave 15 years ago, he talked about how knowing that he would be dead soon is the most important tool that he's ever encountered to make his most important choices in life. So he thought about death a lot. Literally every morning he would think about, if today was the last day on earth, would he be doing the things he's doing now? And if there are too many times that he said, I don't want to be doing this, he would make these big decisions in life. When I gave a TEDx talk at Sugarland a year and a half ago, and the title was called How to Live a Life Worth Remembering, I said, embrace death to embody life. There are 55 million people who die every year. How many of those people wish they're still alive? So make sure, just accept the fact that we're all gonna die. No one's escaped that. But it's actually a liberating feeling to know that that's the worst case scenario. Second is this, reflection. So many people I meet, since I am a global speaker, these last 2 months alone, prior to May, I traveled 40,000 miles around the world to Saudi Arabia, Dubai, London, Australia, Toronto, Miami, Los Angeles. And I realized that a lot of people are not living their dreams because we don't reflect. If you don't spend time reflecting, how do you know what's missing? How do you know what you want in your life? How do you know what you want to improve? Do you want to have better relationships? Do you want to fall in love? Do you want to write a book? In my case, I have so many clients that want to become a professional speaker, so they want to make money, they want to travel, they want to inspire. But without reflecting, without spending time on your own, you're never going to know what your best life is. You're never going to know what living the life is. You're never going to know, like those rap songs, living the good life. Only you can define that. Living the good life isn't just about making money. Living the good life isn't about buying your Louis Vuitton purse, your fancy watch, your fancy car, buying a big mansion. Trust me, I wrote a book about networking with billionaires and executives. I've met, hung out, and know some of the most successful and famous people in the world. And they're not even living their best life. They're bored, many of them. So reflect. Reflect means turning off your phone, spending time alone. And I know early on it might be scary, you might panic, because if you're not used to being on your own and not spending time on your own, you have to turn off your phone, turn off your music, and just write down on a piece of paper. What are things that you want to improve in your personal life? Do you want to be more confident? Do you want to build more courage? What are things you want to improve in your professional life? And lastly, how do you want to give back? Because if you don't want to give back, then life really is meaningless. So make sure you spend the time to really take this time during this crisis to spend more time by yourself, reflecting on how you want to improve your life and what you consider is your best life and what is your good life. The final thing I'll say is live in the moment. If this crisis has taught us anything, is that life is so fragile, so precious, and so ephemeral. So what does that mean to live in the moment? It changes as you grow older. It changes in terms of your life stages in life. If you asked me, live in the moment when I was 7 years old, living in the moment was just riding my bicycle in New York City with my best friend Jocko. It was knocking in doors during the wintertime with my shovel in hand and saying, do you want us to shovel your porch and make $100 as a 7-year-old? When I was in my 20s, living the life was traveling the world. But now that I traveled the world so much, I, again, traveled 40,000 miles in just the last 2 months. Now it's about impact. Now it's about inspiring. Now it's about being on stages as a speaker. So hopefully I can impact and inspire people with the message that I've learned through my audiences. Now, since I can't really travel because traveling is clamped down, countries are banning foreigners, now it's about, okay, Well, I'm going to share these videos. I'm going to write more blogs. I'm going to go online and speak and share my story. So that's what I consider living in the moment. So what inspires you? What puts a smile on your face? Who do you want to spend more time with? Make sure you live in the moment, because we don't know how many moments we have. No one is ever guaranteed even one more day. Kobe Bryant. Everyone was shocked that he passed away. Maybe we're not as famous and as rich and as well known as Kobe Bryant, but it's not about Kobe Bryant. You could be a person that's on the street that's homeless. It doesn't matter who you are, because all of us have one life, one precious, fragile, ephemeral life. So live in the moment means to answer one simple question. What puts a smile on your face? For me, what puts a smile on my face is sharing these messages that maybe it'll help you become more calm, more confident, and more clear in your mind, and more importantly in your heart, that this crisis will pass. Use this time to accept that we all will pass, reflect on how you want to make a better life for yourself, and live in the moment, because this is the only moment we have. Scared of death? Don't be. Accept it, embrace it, laugh at it, smile at it, and just know that now is the moment for you to live your dreams. So when you have the courage to do one thing toward your dreams every day, that courage will push away fear, stamp out fear, and that's how you really will live the life of your dreams.